this class. In this video, we are going to discuss about one more reagent, that is LDA, right? So what is this LDA? LDA stands for lithium diisopropyl amine. So if I give you the structure, you will get it, right? So see here lithium will be there, lithium which is attached to nitrogen, which is attached to isopropyl, right? So this is the structure of LDA, right? So you will think that this bond is covalent, right? I agree it is covalent, but percentage if you see, it will be more of ionic and less of covalent, right? Because of which we write the structure of LDA like this also. See here, diisopropyl is there, so it is diisopropyl, and here I will write negative charge on nitrogen, positive charge on lithium, right? So it will exist like this because it has got more percentage of ionic character compared to this covalent character, right? So which I have written here, right? So this is the structure of LDA, right? So let us see how we synthesize it. First let us see synthesize, then we shall see some properties of LDA based on which we do the reactions, right? So let us synthesize first it. So how we synthesize this LDA? What I will do, I will take this compound, right? Diisopropyl amine. So this is my diisopropyl amine. Diisopropyl amine. To this what I will add? I will add strong base N-butyl lithium. So it will also be ionic. N-butyl will have minus charge, lithium will have positive charge. Solvent I use THF. This thing you should know. At minus 78 degrees Celsius I do the reaction. So THF I hope you know the structure. So this is THF. Tetrahydrofuran, right? So it is furan, right? It is furan. To this I will reduce it such a way that, see here, everywhere hydrogen comes. Initially one hydrogen will be there, now one more hydrogen comes, right? Like this it is. So it is the THF, tetrahydrofuran, right? So this act as a solvent, right? So what we do, I have used the strong base N-butyl lithium, right? So this strong base takes this proton and this negative charge comes on nitrogen, right? So I'll get these things here, nitrogen like this, nitrogen gets negative charge and this lithium is the right, that will be positive. So this is my required reagent, that is LDA, lithium diisopropyl amine. We simply call it as LDA, right? So let us see some features of this LDA, right? So now you should be able to write the structure of LDA. It is like this, right? I hope you can remember this. Isopropyl group, see here, if 3 carbon are there like this, CH3 CH2 which is attached to some other, then it is, see here, I hope you are getting it, CH3 CH2 it will attach to something, right? This is good called as N propyl. If it is like this, CH which will attach to some other, here CH3 is there, here CH3 is there, this is called isopropyl. Both are these isomers, these are both have got same formula but different in structure, right? So these are called structural isomers. So structural isomers, these things you have studied in 10th class, I hope, right? These things are there, right? I hope you understood it. So let us discuss some features of this LDA, this one which I am showing, LDA, right? So see, if you see, it is highly hindered, right? So isopropyl groups are there. Because of this isopropyl means this structure will be there, right? This structure CH3 and which is attached to nitrogen here, right? Because of which it will be highly hindered. So highly hindered. Because of this highly hindrance, what it will do, it will act as base, not nucleophile, right? It acts as base but not as nucleophile. So can you differentiate between nucleophile and base? I hope you should know that, right? So nucleophile is a compound which is rich in electron, right? For example, OH minus and this ammonia NH3, hydroxylamine, NH2OH. These all act as nucleophile as they are rich in electron and they attack carbon which is electron deficient. For example, if I have aldehyde like this, it will attack. So I can form this. See here, if this it will attack ammonia, I will form enamine like this. Sorry, not enamine, imines. Carbon double bond N is R called imines. Right, imines. So this is nothing but they will give nucleophilic addition reaction. And also here this ammonia acts as nucleophile. Right. So nucleophile are the substance which are rich in electron and attacks the electron deficient carbon. So that is the definition of for nucleophile. Right. So definition of nucleophile. I hope you wrote it. Otherwise, again I will tell you, please write it by listening to me. So nucleophile are the substance which are rich in electron and attacks the electron deficient carbon as I have shown here. So this carbon is a electron deficient. So the nucleophile will attack here. Right, aldehyde carbon. Whereas what is base? So base is a substance which has the ability to take the proton. For example, see here, I have this thing. What is this? This is acetone. Right, here there are three hydrogens. I will show only one hydrogen. So this hydrogen is there, right? This hydrogen is acidic. So as this is acidic, if I use a strong base OH minus, so what it will do? It will take this proton. So this electron density moves here, this will go, right? So I'll get like this, O minus double bond, right? And here H2O. So here what has happened? This OH minus is there, right? It has act as base because it has taken the proton. So base is a substance which is rich in electron, no doubt, but it will take proton. H plus it will take, right? H plus we simply call it as proton. So it is called as base. If it directly attack to this electrophilic carbon, right, then we call this same OH minus as nucleophile. But here it has taken this H plus, so we call it as base, right? I hope you got the difference between this nucleophile and base. So base is it is also electron rich, but it takes this H plus, whereas nucleophile is also electron rich, but it attacks electron deficient carbon. So I am going to write this delta positive like aldehyde, ketone, right? These are electrophilic carbon center will be there, right? So this is the difference between base and nucleophile. But what I was telling about this LDA. So here what happens, because it is sterically hindered. So it is sterically hindered. So it act as a good base rather than nucleophile. So it doesn't act as a good nucleophile, right? Like that you can think, right? So because of the steric hindrance, it act as a good base, not nucleophile, right? So this is about LDA, right? So I will give you the reaction, then you will get to know how it acts as, right? So before giving that, right, let me take one example here. So see here I have taken this one. This is ketone, right? So this ketone here, two hydrogens will be there, but I am going to show only one hydrogen, that side, this side. So this hydrogen is acidic, no doubt, it is acidic. So if I use this LDA, it will be like this, right? So this negative charge has ability to take the proton, so it act as a base, not nucleophile. If it would have acted as nucleophile, then it used to attack this carbon, but it is not attacking because it is hindered and it is rich in electron, very rich, so it takes the proton only, so it acts as base, not nucleophile, right? So I will rub that arrow, right? So it acted as nucleophile. So what I get? I'll get this thing. See, as soon as it takes this proton, this electron density moves here, this electron density moves here. So I'll get this thing. See here, let me write. So I'll get O minus enolate ion, I'll call, right? Enolate anion, or so oxygen getting this. So here hydrogen will be there and here isopropyl group, right? So this thing. I will take one more example, right? So that I can compare it with other bases. Here I act this OH minus act as a base, right? So here it act as a base. Base means it will take this proton. So as soon as it takes proton, I'll get this product. See here, same products I will get. O minus enolate, right? Enolate, and here I'll get O water molecule I'll get, right? So why I wrote this two reaction is to compare. See, now I will compare. If you see its pK, this one, its pK, if you see, let me write, its pK is around 35, whereas its water pK is 15.7. We know that, see here, greater the Ka, smaller will be the pKa, greater will be the acidity, right? So this is the order we know, right? So if you compare, its pK is, this water pK is very less compared to that of pK of this uh, diisopropylamine, right? So what happens, as its pK is small, it is more acidic. If I compare, this won't give H plus that easily, but this water will give. So what happens, this water will give this H plus, so it gave this H plus, so this H plus again react here, and backside reaction happens. So if you see, the backside arrow will be more compared to this front side, right, in case of this OH minus acting as a base, whereas here this is very, it never act as a acid because its pK is very high, means K will be very less, so weak acid, so it never give this S plus, so that this reaction doesn't happen only, right? So this reaction doesn't happen, there is no backside arrow. If you see, front side arrow will be more, backside arrow will be very less, like this for this LDA, whereas for this other bases, backside arrow will be more, as I have shown here, right? I hope you are seeing. See, with green marker I am showing, so don't see this, just you see, the front arrow is more compared to this backside arrow in case of LDA, whereas other bases like OH minus, the front side is very less, whereas the backside arrow is very high. See here, which I have shown here, right? It is small and it is big backside arrow. So because of which this LDA is there, right? LDA, lithium diisopropylamine, this act as very strong base compared to other strong OH minus, because it act as little acidic, so it will act as weak base, I can call, if I compare only with LDA, right? With other things like ammonia, if I compare, this OH minus is strong base only, but now I am comparing with LDA, right? So with LDA, OH minus will act as a weak base, right? So this is the thing, right, I wanted to explain. I hope you got it, right? So one more thing, so what all the things I have explained, just let me summarize. So LDA is a hindered, it is hindered, so it acts as a good base, that thing I have explained. Why it acts as good base, with pKa value I have explained, right? It has got high pKa, so Ka value will be very less, so it is less acidic. This thing also have explained, right? And also this act as a base, not nucleophile, because of hindrance I have told. So it doesn't do reaction with aldehyde and ketone, where it doesn't react directly to the carbon, that thing also I have explained, right? So one more thing, it will form, I will give you the sentence here, with example you will get it, right? So what is that is, see, this LDA is there, right? So LDA, it will form kinetic product, kinetic product means it will form Hoffman product, Hoffman product, compared to, rather than forming Satsev or Jetsev product, something we call, right? These things you know. So this is thermodynamic product. You may think what sir is telling, right? So if I tell what is this kinetic product, what is this Hoffman product, both are same only. What is this Satsev product, what is this thermodynamic product, that I will explain now. See, with example, if I tell the example, you will get it. So here I have this compound, so this is ketone, so here also acidic hydrogen is there, here also acidic hydrogen is there, right? So I will use this LDA, right? So this is my LDA, right? So what can happen, this LDA can abstract this proton, and it has ability to abstract this proton. So I'll get two product. One I'll write here, one I'll write here, right? So this is my A and this is my B. So I'll write A here, B here, right? Just see here. A means I'll get this thing, right? O minus double bond here. B means I'll get this thing, O minus double bond here. But if you see, this will be major and this will be minor, right? So this product here, this alkene is there, right? So it is less substituted alkene. So less substituted alkene are, we call it as Hofmann product. Hofmann, where less substituted alkenes are formed. Substituted alkenes are formed, and this is also called as kinetic product. Why it is called as kinetic product, I will again explain, right? Whereas this is minor, which is more substituted, right? So this we call it as Zaitsev product, which is minor here, and it is more substituted alkene, more substituted alkene, right? And this is thermodynamic product. So you may ask, what is this kinetic thermodynamic, right? So you will ask, why sir this is major whereas this is minor, right? So that is common question. The answer is, see here, the structure if you see of this LDA, it is hindered. Because of hindrance, it can attack this proton which is less hindered, because this carbon is attached to only one carbon, right? So it is less hindered. So hindered bases always attacks the proton which are attached to less hindered carbon. Whereas this carbon, see, this carbon is there, right? It is hindered carbon. Right? So because of which this base is also hindered. It can't go and take this proton as it is hindered. Repulsion will be there. Because of which we will get this kinetic product or the Hofmann product as major, and this Zaitsev product or this Satsev product, we call it as Zaitsev or Satsev. It's left to you how you will call. So Zaitsev product will be minor or thermodynamic product, right? So you will ask, sir, why it is kinetic, why it is thermodynamic, right? So I will tell you. See here, I will take this one more compound I will take. If I explain here, you will get it, right? So here you can see it is hindered carbon, it is less hindered. Let me write less hindered, it is more hindered. Got this acidic proton. Here also one acidic proton is there. There two are there. Here one is there, right? And I am using this LDA here. Let me draw the structure of LDA. Lithium will be there, that I can show. Other, if I don't show, you just know it, right? So what is there? It can abstract this proton or this proton. Now you should be able to tell, sir, it will abstract only this proton, right? And not this, as it is hindered, because this is also hindered and this carbon is also more hindered, so repulsion will be there, right? But I will tell you some interesting fact here. See, so I have this to this LDA at minus 78 degrees Celsius. If I carry out the reaction, I will get this product. See here. So what kind of product I got? I got this kinetic product or the Hofmann product. Hofmann or kinetic product I can call. Same reaction, same compound only I will take. Same compound, but in presence of same reagent LDA, but I will carry out the reaction at room temperature. Then I will get the major product to be this one. So here, this, sorry, not this. Let me remove this. So I will get this product, major. Here it is major, above here it is major. And this product is not a Hofmann product, it is Zaitsev product, or I can call it as thermodynamic product. Right? So you will ask, why sir, how it happened, right? So one thing you can see, LDA is very sensitive to this temperature, right? If temperature is less than 0 degree, means negative temperature is there, then it prefers So it is very selective towards kinetic product, or we can call it as Hoffman product. If temperature is at room temperature, then we will get thermodynamic product, right? How it happens is, we know that stability order at room temperature or higher temperature, thermodynamic product will be more stable than this kinetic product. So this is stability order, we know, right? So kinetic product means it will form fastly. As soon as we add the reagent, we'll get product which is formed very fastly. But as temperature we keep in the solution, as temperature increases, it will shift towards thermodynamic product. So this thermodynamic product will be slowly formed, but it is very stable. Whereas this kinetic product will be fastly formed, but it is less stable, right? This thing you should understand, right? So see here, this is there. So fastly, when I add this LDA in presence of lower temperature at minus 78 degrees Celsius, I'll get this product, right? Kinetic product. Further, what happens if I keep it in the solution and it attains room temperature? Then see here, just I will show this. Hydrogen will be there, right? This electron density moves here, this electron density comes on this carbon, so carbon gets negative charge, so it will be like this here. So carbon gets negative charge here, double bond will be there, O minus, and here, and this H plus, right? So this H plus it will take, and I'll get this product, which is thermodynamic product, right? That H I doesn't show here, I can show, or right? So it is at minus 78 degrees Celsius, it is kinetic product. Now it is room temperature, it is thermodynamic product. So it converted, kinetic product is converted to thermodynamic product, because thermodynamic product are very stable at higher temperatures or at the room temperatures, right? So in stability of alkene also we have studied, always this more substituted alkene are more stable than this less substituted alkene. So as substitution keeps on decreasing, we have seen this, right? Before going to that, I can show this thing also here, stability, right? So trans will be more stable, then comes cis, then comes mono substituted alkene. The reason for that is hyperconjugation effect. From that we can explain the stability. These things we have studied when we study alkenes, right? So this is the stability order of alkenes. Here it will be more stable, because see here what happens, this alkene means this pi bond say electron deficient it will be, right? Pi bond, right? So here hydrogens will be there. So these all will do like inductive effect like that, and hyperconjugation effect. This bond will break, like this resonance it can happen, right? So because of this all the things, these things will be the stability order, right? These things we have studied, right? When I explain that alkene and those things, there I will explain them in detail, right? So my aim is to tell you what is thermodynamic product, what is kinetic product, how this LDA helps in formation of kinetic product, that thing, right? So what all the things we learned, since LDA is hindered, it act as base. Next point is LDA is hindered, so it will at lower degree Celsius like minus 78 degree or minus 80 degree Celsius, it will form this kinetic product, or Hoffman product, I can call Hoffman product. But if we keep it at room temperature, then this kinetic product will be converted to thermodynamic, or we can call it as Jet-Save product, right? So this thing we have learned, right? So LDA prefers kinetic product, but the condition is temperature should be very low, right? So it is temperature selective, right? So these things all we have learned, right? So let us see few reactions of this LDA. I hope you are enjoying the video. So let us see few more things. So reactivity of LDA, few reactions, let us see. These are very simple, right? So as I have explained now only, here I have CH3. Instead of writing CH3, I will write like CH2H I will write, right? To this I will add LDA, and solvent I am going to use THF, tetrahydrofuran, at minus 25 degree Celsius. So minus 25 degree, whenever they will give negative temperature, you should think that we will get Hoffman product, right? So this is my LDA, right? So I have this proton, I have one more proton is this one, but this LDA takes this proton and here it will go, because I will get this Hoffman product measure. So my major product will be this one. See, this is my major, and minor product will be this one. If I take this from this, if I take this proton, the bromine will leave the system and I will get this product to be the minor, because it is reaction is carrying out at as minus 25 degree. If they have given room temperature, then this will be major and this will be minor, right? These things now only I have explained, right? So this thing you need to remember. So what the thing you understood here from this example? So kinetic product, everything you have understood, but you have understood one more thing that I will tell you, right? This one, see, this proton is there, right? It is not at all acidic, not a strong acid, not at all acidic. It is very weak acid, but because of this strong LDA, which is a strong base, I have told you this is very strong base, because of which this very weak acid also it will abstract. So this reaction happens, then Br minus will leave, right? So this is a very strong base. That thing you have understood from this reaction, along with that kinetic and other thermodynamic product, right? So let us see few more examples, right? Not strong, but it is acidic. Not strong acidic, but it is acidic, right? So this LDA can take this proton, so it will exist like this, right? These things you know. So I'll write the product now. O minus, double bond here, and other things as it is, Br. So as soon as here with red marker I show, as soon as this electron density comes here through this carbon, it will attack this carbon, and this bromine is a good leaving group, it leaves the system. So I'll get this product, see here. See, one carbon, two carbon, third carbon it has attached. 1, 2, and 3. Like this I can show. Right. Here also it has got. So I will get this product. Right. So here I will get 7-membered ring. Right. This is how ring closing reaction can happen using LDA. Right. And also few more reactions let us see. So common level, right? So this is my ketone. To this if I add LDA, I will get this thing. O minus here, double bond here. To this different. First I will add carbon dioxide in presence of water. So carbon dioxide means C double bond O, right? So this carbon will be electrophilic. So as soon as this electron density comes through this carbon, it will attack here. This electron density goes, right? So I'll get this product. So I'll get CO, C double bond O minus. So water will be there. So it will get OH. So I'll get carboxylic acid, right? So this is how this reaction happens, right? If I use other like this compounds here, Br, CH2 like this. So what happens again? This electron density comes from this carbon, it will attack this carbon, right? So I'll get this product here. So I'll get this product, right? I hope you write the mechanism. Just I'm going to give different reagent. So here so from this carbon with electron density, it will attack this electrophilic carbon. Electron density comes back, and this chlorine is good leaving group, it left the system, right? This mechanism, so I'm writing them shortcut directly, right? So this is how reaction happens. Further I have this thing, O minus, double bond here to this different reagent like epoxide. So ring opening happens. So how it will happen? It will happen like this. Through this carbon it will attack. If I have any epoxide like this, so it will attack to this carbon only, as it is less hindered. Here it is more hindered. So regio selectivity comes into play, right? Only where it will ring opening happens. Regio selective ring opening we call, right? So regioselective means it's the position at which position the ring opening happens, like that. So one carbon, two carbon, here OH will get when we do acidic hydrolysis like this, H3O plus. Here what we get? We will get this product for the second epoxide. So it is regioselective ring opening we call, and here we get like this compound, right? So this is how we get, right? I hope you know this thing. So from this, as soon as it attacks here, this will ring will open. So one carbon, two carbon to that methyl, one carbon, two carbon, one methyl is there to that, and one OH is attached for second carbon, right? So this is how you should know. As you know all those things, so I am writing very fastly here, right? Because we have studied so many things. And here, if I have like this compound, so we call this as electrophilic site. So weak electrophilic site, whereas this is strong electrophilic site. So here this nucleophile is there, right? This nucleophile is a weak nucleophile. Weak nucleophile. So this weak interaction will be very strong. So its electron density comes here from this carbon, it attacks to this carbon only, as this is weak center. So I'll get this product C here. Double bond O, one carbon, two carbon, O minus, and here hydrogen and double bond here. Further what happens, it comes here, this negative charge comes on this carbon, right? So this negative charge will be there on carbon. Here from water, H will be, it will take and it becomes neutral, right? So these reactions you have studied. So I'll get this product. I can show that hydrogen, or if I leave like this also, it is understood that here hydrogen it has attached. One more hydrogen, it is left to you, whether you want to show or not, it's left to you, right? So similarly for this thing, see here, let me write. So from aldehyde I got this thing, right? To this, if I add any aldehyde, so aldehyde got, this is a electrophilic carbon, so a nucleophile will attack here and I'll get this product. OH, directly I will write OH and CH3. One more hydrogen, it is left to me, right? Whether I want to show or not. So to this, if I heat here, so this hydrogen is there, right? Its electron density comes here, this bond will shift here, right? So I'll get this thing C. O minus, double bond here, OH here, CH3 here. So further, as it is thermodynamic condition, this electron density comes, this bond will move, and this OH will move as OH minus. So here OH minus, initially H plus left, right? See here this, by breaking this bond here, minus H plus has left, minus H plus, this OH minus will form water molecule and I'll get this product. Sorry, I will get double bond here, like this product I will get enol we can call enone, because see here, this is alpha beta unsaturation is there. So alpha beta unsaturated ketone, we call it as enone. En stands for alpha beta unsaturation, one stands for ketone, right? So this is how this reaction is there, right? Thermodynamic condition, this reaction is also called as E1CB reaction, right? So it is elimination reaction. So instead of writing all these two steps, sometimes what the people will do, just they will take like this here. What they will do, just double bond O, sorry, here single bond OH is there, right? So single bond OH. So this proton they will remove like this, electron density moves here like this. So they will write H2O at thermodynamic condition and they will write E1C reaction. It is all understood how it happens when you study this E1CB reaction, and we will get this product, right? So this E1CB here, water molecule is lost, right? The driving force of this is water molecule will be lost as gaseous form, so entropy will be increased. So this reaction happens at elevated temperature or heating condition, right? And so because of this increase in entropy, and also the water molecule moves as gaseous form, right? So that is the driving force. Whenever there is increase in entropy, the reaction shift towards that direction, which the thermodynamics tells, right? Right. So this is all about this LDA. In next class, let us see few more things. Very interesting things are there of LDA. Let us see them.